Hello YouTube and welcome back to another installment of some of the most anticipated games in 2025. If you haven't seen the previous videos, make sure to swing on over to the channel and check them out. They are there ready and waiting for you to enjoy. If you have seen them, then thank you so much and I appreciate your views and your feedback. Make sure to let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed this video, if you didn't like the video, if there are any games you like the look of, or if there are any games I haven't mentioned that you want to see featured in any of my upcoming episodes. Make sure, while I've got your attention, to subscribe to the channel. As a growing YouTuber, a subscription is free and it means the world to me, so I'd appreciate if you hit that subscribe button. Without further ado, let's get straight into the video. ArcheAge 2 has finally arrived. Developed with Unreal Engine 5, instinctive and spectacular combat is a core feature of the ArcheAge series. ArcheAge Chronicles will have players experience a refined combat system, presenting strategic choices during battle. Engage in fierce combos, elemental attacks and clever defense tactics together with highly maneuverable characters. With a team of 10 or more players, you'll unleash even greater synergies. Master chain skills in sync with your team to take down even the most formidable bosses. From small monsters to massive bosses, every encounter is designed to be memorable and challenging. In ArcheAge Chronicles, housing will be a cornerstone feature, enabling players to build and customize their own homes. Transitioning from the previous open world model, ArcheAge Chronicles now features dedicated housing zones where players can showcase their creativity and achievements. Additionally, the game enables multiple players to come together to form vibrant town-like communities. Furthermore, ArcheAge Chronicles offers a rich variety of life skills, such as farming, crafting, and trading, providing numerous ways to engage with the game world and its economy. Some fans are wondering whether the issues from the previous ArcheAge game had been fixed. Have the servers been fixed? Will ArcheAge Chronicles fall like ArcheAge 1 did? I guess we'll all have to wait and find out. ArcheAge Chronicles will be coming to PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and Steam for PC players. Although for many years it seemed Metal Gear was officially finished as a series, Konami has confirmed an upcoming remake of Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater will rebuild the game from the ground up, giving fans a modern reimagining of Naked Snake's legendary battle with the boss. The story, characters, voice acting, gameplay and music that made the original a sensation return, remade for modern consoles. This evolutionary leap breathes new life into every cutscene and rebuilds every corner of the world. With Unreal Engine 5, expansive stages are rendered with cutting-edge technology. Incredible new graphics bring the wild growth of the jungles, forests and swamps to life in exquisite detail. Characters are rendered in such fine detail that facial wrinkles, pores, and even separate eye and iris movements are visible, allowing for rich and emotive facial animations. The battle damage system has been upgraded, with the wear and tear of Snake's clothes as well as bruises and bullet wounds on his body reflected in real time. Any injuries to his actual body will leave their mark permanently, telling a story of each player's unique journey through the game. Players can elect for a newly added, more modern control style. These intuitive controls let you focus entirely on the game and the immersive thrills of the survival stealth experience. You can also choose to play with a classic control style that more closely recreates the feel of the original games. Metal Gear Solid Delta is set to release in 2025 for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Steam for PC players. Sucker Punch's Ghost of Tsushima was released in 2020 and introduced players to the world of samurai and stealth in the 13th century, and after 4 long years, PlayStation has finally announced a sequel, Ghost of Yotei. Featuring a female protagonist, a new mountainous landscape to traverse, and all set in a new time period 300 years after the events of the first game. The Ghost of Tsushima sequel will start a new origin story with Atsu, a young woman seeking revenge. Details on her story are few and far between, but the trailer did reveal some interesting clues about the newest warrior to take on the Master of the Ghost. For a start, Atsu can dual wield katanas, a talent that was never available to Jin Sakai in the first game. It could suggest that Atsu might prefer the direct approach instead of the stealthier methods that Jin could use to avoid and assassinate enemies. The exact release date is still unknown, but Sony has confirmed that Ghost of Yotei will arrive in PlayStation in 2025. Sony tends to favour full release windows, see God of War, The Last of Us 2, Spider-Man Miles Morales, and it wouldn't be a shock for Ghost of Yotei to follow the same pattern. Of course, we will have other questions about the game, like if Hot Springs will make a return, or if the crest that we saw slashed will wind up being a homage to the Toyotomi clan that was wiped out. Time will tell. For now, the history, the turmoil, and the drama surrounding Ezo, the Ainu, and the Tokugawa shogunate has me hyped for Ghost of Yotei. Let's see what you've got, Sucker Punch. Ghost of Yotei is set to release later this year exclusively on PlayStation 5, but like Ghost of Tsushima, we are expecting a release for PC players. Doom: The Dark Ages promises a bold new take on the long-running shooter's legacy. Revealed in a short but loud trailer as part of the Xbox Game Showcase, it features dragon riding, mech battles, and a much larger, more metal visual palette. But those grindmark ideas aren't the only new elements, nor are they most significant, for in the Doom Slayer's left hand is a shield to protect him from demons, and in his right hand is a flail, the bludgeoning chain weapon of the Middle Ages. Yes, Doom's going melee. It must have been a challenge for developer ID Software to know where to go next after it had seemingly perfected the Doom formula with the deeply smart and relentlessly energetic Doom Eternal. The answer, of course, is to do what Doom has always done, reinvent itself. And so while the medieval-like setting and melee combat of Doom: The Dark Ages was something few of us expected, it wasn't truly a surprise. Of course, Doom was going to take a wild leap for whatever came next. Forget the financial economy, this is the bullet economy. You kill to harvest what you need to kill even more. This results in a chain of rapid slaughter where every kill is a decision. You must not only select the right weapon for the enemy you face, but also eviscerate that enemy in the manner that will produce the items required. Hey, you need armor? Then set thy flow aflame. Need bullets? Chew them up with a chainsaw. If you need health, well, just rip and tear with your fists. Doom is due to release in 2025 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and on Steam for PC players. Mixing ideas from some of the best action games ever, this fantasy action adventure game's boss battles could rival some of the best epic clashes. Crimson Desert is an open world RPG game set in the beautiful yet brutal continent of Pyrewell. Players follow Cliff, leader of the Greymanes, a band of battle-hardened mercenaries who must fight to save Pyrewell from an impending catastrophe, and it's had its new trailer revealed during the Game Awards 2024. Some fans have compared Crimson Desert to be a Souls-like game. However, it still isn't Souls-like, but it does aim to challenge the player, so expect to find yourself in some brutal brawls. In the demo, players get rapidly dropped into battle fighting against what can only be described as a group of ruffians led by a slightly more powerful leader. This new look at Crimson Desert continues to show that Pearl Abyss is making good progress in its transition from Black Desert's online MMORPG into single-player territory. I don't think anything shown in the demo particularly breaks new ground. Much of it is very familiar if you've played the likes of Modern Zelda, Assassin's Creed, or The Witcher 3, but it nonetheless looks largely well put together. The latest Crimson Desert trailer also unveils a release window, revealing the open-world action-adventure game will be available on PC for Steam, Mac OS, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S in late 2025. In Assassin's Creed Shadows, choose between the shinobi or samurai and explore the open world of feudal Japan, from spectacular castle towns and bustling ports to peaceful shrines and pastoral landscapes. Approach your enemies with either your grappling hook and parkour skills, or charge in with brutal precision and power to free Japan from its oppressors. Ubisoft is finally taking Assassin's Creed to Japan with Assassin's Creed Shadows. The highly requested setting for Ubisoft's biggest franchise will allow you to switch between the samurai Yasuke or shinobi Naoe at will, with the exception of introduction quests and character-specific missions. Set during the late Sengoku period of feudal Japan, Shadows begins in 1579 during a time of civil war within the country, complete with the era's samurai, shinobi, Portuguese merchants, and Jesuit mercenaries. The two protagonists converge as they find themselves on opposite sides of the conflict. Yasuke serves as a retainer to Nobunaga, the daimyo who led the Oda clan in its invasion of Iga, and Naoe is under the leadership of her father, who's part of the Igan resistance. Like Assassin's Creed Mirage and the original Assassin's Creed before it, Shadow's main targets can be assassinated in any order. One thing that we really wanted to make sure makes the world feel alive, and those targets are always in that world. Game director Charles Benoit said so it's also possible that you encounter some of those without really knowing about them before. Assassin's Creed Shadows is set to be the franchise's biggest release to date and will be released on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, Mac OS, and Windows.